The pilot's headset sound changed dramatically from calm chirps to a deafening warble. He was painted by an S-400, the apex predator of the skies, locking onto him. Only 62 seconds remained before impact, turning his relic into dust. This MiG-29 was no ordinary one, carrying weapons that shouldn't exist. American JDAM smart bombs strapped beneath its wings with ingenuity. This is the story of an impossible mission and a flight into the jaws of death. The impossible payload. A lone Ukrainian MiG-29 claws its way into the sky. A ghost of the Soviet era, today it carries a secret American bombs. Bolted underneath each wing is a GBU-62 JDAM, a 10 pounds American bomb. Guided by GPS, this union of Soviet fighter and American bomb is a miracle. Ukrainian technicians jury-rigged NATO ejector racks onto Soviet pylons, splicing wires and installing voltage regulators to make two systems talk. In 15 minutes, this fighter must penetrate the deadliest air defense network to deliver its payload onto a critical Russian ammunition depot. From bad to worse, the calm doesn't last. The S-400 shifts to tracking mode. The hunt has begun. The pilot's training kicks in immediately. He triggers the chaff dispenser, a cloud of metallic fibers blooming behind. He yanks the stick, diving hard to trade altitude for speed. But this creates a new problem. The radar bloom alerts every sensor. A Russian Su-35 flanker patrol vectors in from the northeast, hungry for a kill. The dive saves him from the S-400 but plunges him into another trap. His radar warning receiver screams a new, more urgent warning. It's a Boom 3 acquisition radar, and it's much, much closer. He has just dropped himself straight into its optimal engagement envelope. The S-400 is a long-range sniper, but the Buk is a close-range assassin, specializing in destroying targets exactly where he is now. The darkness hides him, but alerts every sensor nearby. The dive avoids the S-400, but leads to another trap. His radar screams a warning, a Boom 3 acquisition radar. He's in its optimal engagement envelope, a deadly zone. The Buk is a close-range assassin ready to strike. The Buk can launch a missile in under 20 seconds. He's trapped, forced to fly straight and level. A 15-second target vulnerable in the sky. The mission is worthless without a full satellite lock. 15 seconds of stable flight are non-negotiable. The pilot levels out at 20 feet, a sitting duck. He watches the alignment bar crawl agonizingly. A new contact, the Su-35, now just 60 kilometers out. In less than 3 minutes, it will be in firing range. The seconds feel like hours, alignment nearing completion. GPS alignment completes as the Su-35 locks on. Time to move, trapped in the sky, no escape. He banks hard, forcing an S-turn to break the lock. Each twitch burns fuel needed for the flight home. Fuel is low mission, or escape a difficult choice. The Su-35 pilot is no rookie, employing a classic tactic. Hammer and anvil fighter drives him to the SAM. No good options fighter SAM or perfect shot. Target data massive ammunition transfer detected. This strike could halt an entire Russian offensive. The Su-35 drives him towards the S-400 battery, the deadly anvil. Turn away from the fighter, fly into the SAM, evade, give a perfect shot. There are no good options left. The target data glows on his display. A satellite image reveals a massive ammunition transfer, a critical target. This strike could halt an entire Russian offensive, a pivotal moment. But to get there, he has to fly through a wall of fire, a deadly gauntlet. Flying blind into hell, a desperate and dangerous situation. Just as he calculates his attack vector, his world dissolves into static. GPS jamming hits like a sledgehammer, crippling his navigation. Russian electronic warfare units flood every frequency with noise. Accuracy degrades from 5 meters to 10 meters against a hardened bunker. That's the difference between destruction and failure, a critical margin. The NATO standard ejector racks throw a fault code, a system error. He is now faced with the most terrifying choice of his life. To reset the weapon system, he must turn off his entire defensive suite. No radar warning, no countermeasures, completely blind and deaf. He would be completely blind and deaf while an Su-35 stalked him. But without the reset, the bombs are just dead weight, useless. He begins the sequence, watching his defensive displays go dark. The absence of jamming has an unforeseen consequence: clarity. Pantsir's thermal cameras, previously blinded, can now see clearly. Its electro-optical system sees one thing: heat engines burning like suns. 20 seconds into the reset, a flash of light catches his eye. The pilot's maneuver saves his life, but at a cost. Afterburners consume 360 kilograms of fuel in just 40 seconds. His fuel state drops to bingo, the absolute minimum. He's running the gauntlet of fire, a deadly situation. Systems roar back to life as Poner missiles detonate behind. He's alive, but every sensor in the theater knows his location. A green light appears, the bombs are ready for deployment. An encrypted message reveals 2 elite units at the ammo dump. The value of his strike just doubled, mission critical now. The Su-35 has been patient, but now it makes its move. The MiG's RWR screams the Su-35 has a firing lock. In seconds, an R-77 missile will be in the air, heading his way. He brakes hard, evading the fighter, but flies over a Tor-M2 battery. The Tor-M2 system springs to life, firing its own missiles. He's caught between converging fires, a deadly trap. Defend against the Su-35, the Tor kills him from below. He has seconds to solve an equation with no right answer. Full afterburner nose down, he races toward the release point. Death closes in from 3 directions, a desperate gamble. The Su-35 pilot takes the shot, an R-77 missile leaps. Impact in 58 seconds, the Tor system fires more missiles. His world is a symphony of warnings, alarms blaring. The R-77 has gone active, its seeker head painting the MiG. He hits the release button, but nothing happens. A voltage fault. He yanks the emergency manual release handle, forcing it open. The R-77 arrives the world tunnels to a gray straw as he pulls max Gs. Refusing to give up, he hammers the eject button, pulling extreme Gs. With seconds to impact, he yanks the manual release handle. The mechanical linkage gives way, forcing the ejector open. The first bomb falls away, tumbling wildly during the 7 grams turn. The second bomb releases cleanly now, both are on their own. The R-77 missile arrives, the pilot pulls maximum Gs. The missile's fuse detonates, sending shrapnel ripping through the tail. Hydraulic lines are punctured, the aircraft shudders violently but flies. Aftermath smoke fills the sky, a testament to survival. The pilot dives for the deck, hoping to evade further attacks. Ground clutter causes the pursuing missiles to lose their lock. He now faces the last line of defense, Shilka anti-aircraft guns. The sky fills with tungsten as the Shilkas unleash their barrage. He's too low to evade and too damaged to climb out of danger. Miles away, the JDAMs continue their silent journey using backup navigation. They compare the terrain below against stored maps, correcting course. At 1,453, the first JDAM arrives, detonating inside the ammunition facility. Secondary explosions begin, artillery shells cook off in the inferno. The blast throws an 8-ton armored vehicle 50 meters through the air. 45 seconds later, the second JDAM strikes the command post. The command post is vaporized instantly, a critical blow to the enemy. Russian offensive plans, equipment, ammunition, all reduced to chaos. The MiG pilot uses the massive smoke column as cover. He's limping his shattered aircraft toward Ukrainian airspace, barely holding on. Flying at 200 meters, trailing hydraulic fluid fuel gauge reads 400 kilograms. The mission is over. The offensive has gone up in smoke.